Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Benny Sits in Front of a Camera and
Today, on Shadows of the Internet, we explore the life and tragic death of one of YouTube's most beloved creators, Benny Potter, known to millions as Comicstorian. With his signature voice,
welcome to Origins, where I go over the origins of your favorite superheroes and villains.
Deep love of comics, and relentless creativity, Benny carved out a niche in the digital world where stories of superheroes became accessible to all. But behind the vibrant thumbnails and character breakdowns was a man whose journey was inspiring as the heroes he narrated. This is the story of Benny Potter.
So that is the conclusion of that story, Man of Steel to Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Born on May 18th, 1984, Benny Potter grew up in Rhode Island, where his fascination with comic books began early, thanks to his father's own collection. Like many comic fans, he immersed himself in the colorful, chaotic world of superheroes, until the infamous Clone Saga in Spider-Man comics left him overwhelmed and disengaged. But life, like the best comic arcs, has its twists. Benny would eventually find his way back to the world of comics under the most unexpected circumstances, during his deployment to Afghanistan. Serving as a United States infantry soldier, Benny was stationed in a military hospital in the mid-2000s. Surrounded by chaos and uncertainty, he rediscovered comics as a grounding escape, particularly DC's 52, a series that helped reignite his passion. That moment wasn't just about returning to childhood nostalgia, it was the beginning of a new chapter, one where storytelling would become his purpose.
Oh, we're good.
I'm Batman.
After returning from deployment and retiring from the military, Benny created the Comicstorian channel in 2014. He had a clear mission: to make comic book narratives understandable and enjoyable for everyone. Inspired by his own struggles to jump back into the comic world, and his wife Natalie's desire to understand superhero movies without reading stacks of comics, Benny began narrating and breaking down story arcs from Marvel, DC, and beyond.
He's back, everyone. Deadpool has been missing from the comic book scene for quite some time.
His engaging style, clear explanations, and genuine excitement quickly built a dedicated fan base. At the time of his death, his channel had over 3 million subscribers. Comicstorian wasn't just a YouTube channel. It was a digital library of heroes, villains, and epic arcs. Benny's content included everything from classic origin stories and major crossover events to lesser-known character deep dives. Whether you were a comic veteran or a total newbie, Benny welcomed you into the fold. But Benny was never content with just one channel. His creative energy spilled into other ventures, including Eligible Monster Gaming, where he explored the world of video games; Comicstorian, launched in December 2022, where he delved into the rich world of Japanese manga.
And I read a lot of manga, so I made Comicstorian.
Benny Has a Problem, created in January 2024, where he tackled broader topics like video games, internet culture, history, and AI, applying his same thoughtful lens and trademark narration.
Teddy bears aren't meant to be scary, are they?
He was also the co-founder of the Weekly Poll podcast, alongside fellow comic YouTubers like Comics Explained, Comic Pop, and Caped Joel. Together, they provided weekly deep dives and discussions into everything happening in the comic world.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
Nice.
His other show, Comics Experiment, served as a weekly forum for comic book exploration and debate. Behind the scenes, Benny was known for his humility, kindness, and dedication to his craft. He often played video games with fans, interacted with his community, and shared his love for stories that meant something to people. His wife, Natalie, was not only his partner in life, but a collaborator and motivator behind many of his creative pursuits.
Today, my wife is going to be joining us again.
Then, tragedy struck. On June 8th, 2024, Benny died in a car accident on Interstate 25 in Colorado. Reports stated that his vehicle veered off the road and flipped several times. He was just 40 years old. 2 days later, on June 10th, his wife Natalie shared the devastating news on his social media accounts and Discord community. The internet mourned. Fans, creators, and friends poured out their grief and tributes, honoring a man who had not only brought them entertainment, but a sense of belonging in the often overwhelming world of comics. Despite the loss, the Comicstorian team has vowed to continue the channel in some capacity, honoring Benny's legacy and keeping his passion alive. His passing wasn't just a loss for comic book YouTube, it was a loss for storytelling itself. Benny's ability to take intricate comic arcs and turn them into digestible, emotionally resonant narratives was unmatched. He wasn't just summarizing stories, he was retelling them with heart, clarity, and a sense of awe.
And he wonders, all these years, could the Joker have simply won?
Benny Potter's legacy is profound. He showed that even in a world saturated with content, there is always room for genuine passion. He didn't chase trends, he stayed true to what he loved and found millions of people who loved it too. In many ways, he embodied the very best traits of the heroes he narrated: resilience, compassion, and the belief that stories can save us. Though he may be gone, his voice lives on through hundreds of videos, retelling the epics of Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, and so many others. And in doing so, Benny Potter became a hero in his own right, guiding countless fans through the multiverse of stories, one narration at a time. Rest in peace, Benny. Let us know your memories of Comicstorian in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Shadows of the Internet for more in-depth stories from the lives behind the screens. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious and stay safe out there.
Alone again, he turns and ascends the GCPD, but he's still being stalked by death.